If you are new to Blox Fruits like I am, then here are 5 things that I think that will help you and would have helped me whenever I was first starting off with the game. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact of where is the hit button. I cannot tell you how long I spent on the first part of my stream and the first half of my video that I made on just exploring how to use the hit button and how to engage in combat. They have on the wall in the beginning island how to run and how to dash, but there's nothing involving combat. And I don't know if it was just for me or maybe I wasn't paying attention, but the combat related buttons didn't come out for me until I actually got a katana and was able to switch between my devil fruit, my hands, and my katana. Melee button to hit is going to be at the bottom of the screen whenever you start. Then you have to hit the number and then click on the opponent. Now, if you are on mobile, I believe you just have to run up on the unit, make sure that melee is selected, and then start tapping. The second thing I wish I knew rolling into this was exactly where to go and where your next objective is going to be. One thing that was important for me to figure out was exactly where to go, where was my level cap, and there was just a lot of trial and error in learning the next spot and where our current level was and where I needed to be, so that way I can continue on these quests and get stronger and explore the world and try to find a devil fruit. Because boy, that is hard in itself, and we're going to talk about that a little later. But there is really no guide. I think there's something on the wiki to get you by, but like I said, I was going into this blind, so there wasn't a lot on where to go, and having the map there can show you the different islands and it kind of gives you a rough level cap, but I don't think the islands are in their correct position, so it's a lot of trial and error. The third thing I want to go ahead and talk about is the actual importance with devil fruits. I personally was going to try to thug it out until I got a Logia devil fruit, primarily the ice one or the light one or magma were the 3 that I was really after. From the videos I saw before, it made it seem relatively easy to run into these after some farming and server hopping, which we're going to talk about a little after this, but it made it seem really obtainable that you can get these things. And I just want you to know that was a lie. Didn't get one singular devil fruit, let alone let it be crappy. I actually went back to my Discord, shout out to everybody over there by the way, and they hooked your boy up and I was able to get a ice devil fruit. I want to bring you to my 4th thing, which I didn't know server hopping was a thing, and that you can load up to different ones and each one's going to have a random spawn time. And that's good if you want to farm bosses, if you want to farm devil fruits, if there's a specific area that you want to do that. Those things are really obtainable and easy to do if you're doing server hopping. And since I had to learn the hard way on what that is, essentially all server hopping is that you're going to load up in an area and look for what you want. And if it's not there, you're going to just close out the game, rejoin, and you should load into another server. The last thing I want to talk about, the 5th thing, is your stats. Now with me, I didn't know that there was a stat cap. Well, I knew there was a stat cap. I didn't know how many stats you could cap off. Originally, I was going to run HP, sword, and devil fruit whenever I got one. And I was primarily focusing on sword. I didn't know how big of a factor energy was, and I was going to make a very noob mistake on doing that. One major thing you actually want is energy. You want HP, of course, so that way you can fight. And then you're only left to choose between swordsmanship and your Blox Fruit powers. But if there's any intuition that you might actually want to go ahead and choose being a devil fruit user, then you want to make sure that you are investing into your Blox Fruit powers, so that way you raise your stats correctly and not mess up like I was doing. Now, these are my 5 tips that I've learned since being new to the game. If you guys want to check out some more content here on the channel, make sure to check out my playthroughs right here where I have fun just playing the game live with you guys. But that's going to be it. I'm out of here. See you guys.